Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Duncan Ferguson has held what could be his last press conference as the Everton caretaker manager ahead of tomorrow's game against Arsenal. Asked whether there are any updates on injuries, he said we could have some back. He never really gave too many details on any of them, and Everton haven't really provided any updates either. So it could be a possibility of having Sigurdsson or Sidibe back, but he never went into details. He said that there was a bit of illness in the camp as well. So we're still unsure if Everton will have any fresh players back tomorrow, which hopefully we will have after obviously Wednesday night. Another 90 minutes for a lot of the players who played against Man United and run through brick walls really in the games that we've had recently. So we'll have to wait and see. But Duncan didn't really give too much away on that front. He was asked quite a few times about Carlo Ancelotti. He didn't want to go into any kind of detail about the manager, but what he did say was he thought Carlo Ancelotti was an absolute top manager, and he would obviously want to be still at Everton and work with Everton. He was asked about possibly moving away, and he said no, he wants to just work for Everton and better his education and see where he is in 2 or 3 years' time. Said would love to work with someone of the calibre of Carlo Ancelotti, and said, you know, that's the kind of manager Everton need to bring in. So not giving anything away. Said he hadn't spoken to Carlo Ancelotti about his any future role, and really didn't want to just didn't want to be drawn into the situation. Just said he did the same rumours as everyone else and hadn't spoke to anyone about it, and was just getting along doing his job. He said he hadn't seen any change in the camp in terms of any speculation, and he said all the players are 100% focused and have been in every game. And asked about his time as Everton caretaker manager, he said just happy for the fans and happy to see a reaction from the players, and said he's made decisions and that's all he could really have done. So yeah, really good from the man himself, Duncan Ferguson. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens after tomorrow, whether Carlo Ancelotti is actually in the stands. Another man who could be in the stands is Mikel Arteta, who is now officially taken over as the Arsenal manager. No word, I don't think yet, whether he will be in the dugout or whether he'll be in the stands. There was some reports saying that he won't officially take over till Sunday, but he is the new manager, so I'm sure he'll spend some time with the players tonight in their hotel and decide what he needs to do, whether he just sits and watches and Freddie Ljungberg continues to make decisions, or whether he sits in the stands and maybe asks for a few decisions. I don't know, but he certainly is the new Arsenal manager, so I'd like to say good luck to him, but I hope he falls on his arse, if I'm perfectly honest, because as far as I'm concerned, they're a rival and we want to do better than them. So yeah, see what happens. Talking of Arsenal, ex-manager Unai Emery has come out and said that he did speak to Everton and he wanted to thank Everton for speaking to him and wanting him. He said, but it's time to go home. Now it's time to go home. So obviously nothing coming out of Everton. Everton said this week that they hadn't offered the job to anybody, but Unai Emery has come out and said that he has spoke to Everton. So obviously Everton have got to speak to people, find out their plans, whether they're interested or not, and he has thanked Everton for that. So he said he's going to go home now, so whether he gets a job in Spain, we'll wait and see. In other news, Mason Holgate apparently is set to be offered a new contract. There's reports today, nothing confirmed, but there's reports today he will be offered a new contract, and he's been excellent in the last couple of games in midfield. He's done quite well all round this season and is progressing nicely. There's been some rumours early in the week that Newcastle wanted to take him. A couple of clubs really were looking to take him, but he's doing really well for Everton. I think he's progressing well. Seems to have the right characteristics about him, right attitude, and hopefully will become a really important player going forward. Rumours today in Italy saying Zlatan has rejected Everton and will seek a move to Italy. If they are true, I'm not really surprised by that. The links had obviously been surrounding Carlo Ancelotti coming in and the possibility of maybe Zlatan coming to Everton as he's a free transfer. But for me, I think he's always wanted that Milan move. And obviously these are just rumours going forward. So there's been nothing confirmed yet, but it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't surprise me, because I think he wants to move back to the Italian league, and probably thinks that's a better place for him to just settle down now, having maybe, I don't know, maybe 18 months left of his career. Knowing him, he'll want to play into his 40s, but no surprise if he does move to Milan. And finally, Everton have had some games moved for television in the new year. They are their home game against Crystal Palace on the 8th of February. That is a 12:30 kickoff and will be on BT Sport in the UK. The trip to Arsenal, to obviously face Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, is now on Sunday, the 23rd of February, and will be a 4:30 kickoff. And the trip, Manchester United's trip to Goodison Park, is now being moved to the 1st of March with a 2 p.m. kickoff, although that fixture will change if Manchester United get to the Carabao Cup final, obviously if they beat Manchester City. So we could see, it could be 2 years in a row that Everton have a free weekend, because they are facing the Carabao Cup finalists. So we'll have to wait and see on it. So 3 changes for your diary. Obviously, if you're travelling over to the games from anywhere, make sure you're aware of those changes as well. So there you have it. This has been the Everton News Daily. Obviously, we don't know what's happening with Carlo Ancelotti just yet. That'll maybe get sorted either tomorrow, whether he's in the ground, or on Monday if there is an official announcement. We'll have to wait and see on that. So make sure you subscribe, click the bell for alerts, so you know exactly when these things are happening. And if you want more great videos, join us on Patreon. See you later.